Learning objective. I can plan my own comic strip. Good morning, Year 3. The bit you've all been waiting for. You get to design and plan your own comic strip. You can have it about anything you like. It can be about a superhero character that is one that you already know of, like Batman or Spider-Man, for example. Or you can make up your own characters. It doesn't have to be about superheroes. It could be about princesses, or it could be about Dustbin Man, or it could be about your teachers, or it could be about your own life. Today we're going to be doing our planning. So you have 2 sheets in the activity sheets today. As always, if you don't have a printer at home, that is not a problem. Just write out the answers to the boxes somewhere on some paper at home. This is the first sheet, and this is the second sheet. Now, I would really like you to do this sheet first. Spend some time thinking about it first. Let's have a quick look at this sheet. It says at the top, characters. So spend some time. Don't commit yourself with your first idea. Often the second idea or third might be your best ideas. What is your comic strip going to be about? I would recommend you don't use too many characters. Maybe choose 3 or 4 or 1 or 2 at the very most. Then have a think about what kind of problem might they encounter. Because as we know, all good stories have some kind of drama, some kind of tension that comes from a problem in them. Think about the location or the locations. Where will your story take place? Will it take place in one place? Maybe just a room in a house? Will it take place in several places? Will your character fly from a country to another? Will it be outside? Will it be inside? What will the buildings and the illustrations in your comic book look like? And then have a quick look at this. This is at the bottom of your sheet. These are the kind of words we've been using all term to create some really good description and language. Now, as we know, in a comic strip, the captions are quite small. So we have to think about how we can succinctly get some great language in there. So round about now, you're thinking about your story. You might have a little idea. So if you're thinking that yours is going to be about, let's just take a superhero, for example, then maybe one of your captions can say, bravely, you know, bravely the Spider-Man sprung into action. And if you've got an idea in your head about where your story happens or what happens, think about how you could include some of these conjunctions. So these boxes here are just for you to write 1 or 2 captions that you might include in your story. Once you've done that first sheet, it might look a bit like this. This is mine. Like I say, you can do about anything you like, but I've decided to take a superhero I know. I'm going to write about Spider-Man. Here's my character. And I've got another character in there, Doc Ock, one of his villains, one of the nemesises of Spider-Man. These are the kind of things that might go. Now, I might have stolen some ideas from a film, but that's okay. I can change them myself. Doc Ock is going to rob a bank. Spider-Man has to choose between saving a man or catching Doc Ock. Here's my location. Top of a skyscraper. And here's a caption using some of those words that we've got at the bottom of our page. Bravely, Spider-Man swung into the flames in an attempt to catch the falling man. Once you've completed that sheet, and this is the sheet that you'll use as an S-plan. We've used these in school before. It helps us formulate ideas and think about the journey or the flow of the story. Like I say, if you don't have a photocopy, that's absolutely fine. You can just write this out on paper. So you're going to start to look at these boxes and think, where does your action start and who's in the first scene of your story? These boxes here will represent the boxes on your comic strip when we come to write them tomorrow. All we need is a brief idea. Now, the boxes aren't very big, so we just need some bullet points saying what's going to happen and then what's going to happen next, and so on and so forth. If your story goes on for more than the boxes on the sheet, that's absolutely fine. Get another sheet, continue your story. You don't want to do 30 or 40 boxes, that might be too many, but you can do 12, maybe as many as 20, depending on how much time you think you'll have to write your comic strip. Remember, it won't be easy. You'll have to write lots of words, lots of captions, there'll be lots of illustrations, and you might even want to colour it. That's your choice. Here's my completed Story S. You can see at the top it says, All Quiet in New York. That'll be my first box, and maybe I've got a close-up picture or just a picture of Spider-Man. And here, my second box, maybe a close-up now, maybe we're looking and trying to figure out what Spider-Man's thinking. Maybe a thought bubble coming out of his head. Spider-Man thinks it's too quiet. It's too quiet, thought Spider-Man. And then I've got another scene here. Cut to Doc Ock, who is robbing a bank. And so on and so forth. Now you might have noticed on mine I've also included in red, near the boxes, some speech. Because I thought this is the kind of thing that characters might say. So you can include those ideas too. You might not have room in the boxes, but you can write anywhere on your planning sheet because that's what it is. It's a planning sheet. Please, please, please take your time doing this. Remember, great writing or great comics comes from great plannings. Form your ideas, spend time with them. You could even write little notes about what a character might look like or what's happening. Spend some time with it. Good luck, and I'll see you for tomorrow for the exciting part of writing our comics. Oh, one last reminder for you. Do not forget to try to add some of these words into your planning.